Hey, and welcome to CLTT. This is like a training environment for projects and project management. And one of the most important phases in any project is how to set up a project. It's really the most important ones because, let's face it, a lot of projects are already failing just from the beginning. The setup is wrong and you can see that they are going to fail. And one of the things is, what is your project and what are your objectives? And there's you could be defining your objectives you say, hey, if I would do good, I'm like here. And then you put your objective, you totally understate. That's not good, because then you're not putting any effort in because it's just happening by itself, So, but then there are people who say, yeah, you should be really putting it here, really high, make it really challenging. And that's a good thing, of course, if you like challenges and you're really already trained in, doing these kind of projects and so on. And you're really saying, yeah, I really want to challenge myself. This is good, challenging. But, if you're not really good in project management already and delivering results, teamwork, communication, and so on, hey, let's face it, your main job is to learn that thing first. That's your challenge. You have enough challenges by actually get this going. But if you put your goal too high, there's a possibility that you just lose faith, you don't believe in your project anymore, you give up and you are frustrated and you have burnout and all these kind of things. So the advice is, hey, set it reasonable and you can always ramp it up. If you see, your plan is, let's say you say, hey, I want to have 100 followers, 100 videos, whatever. It's just, take a number. I want to achieve within a quarter 100. And you're going and you find out, oh, that's really going well. I got team, I got people on board, they're helping me, we're working together. And after 3 weeks, you already achieved 50 or 60. You can say, oh, that's really cool. Hey, let's ramp up, let's go for 200 now. So because ramping up and increasing your targets, always possible. It's a good thing. You just say, hey, let's go for 200. 100, you go for 200. And then when you going, after 2 months of a quarter, you're oh, I'm 150. Wow. And then you think of, oh, I can make some tweaks and bring maybe some people on and add something and let's go for 250. And then you raise for 250. So you're ramping up your goals and make them more challenging, the more you actually get your structure and you get your thing going. You want to stretch yourself and you can do that by just ramping up the target. And that's much more powerful because, even if you just achieve 245 in the end, but your initial goal was 100, you can still party like crazy because, hey, initially we wanted to do 100, we ended with 245. So we exceeded our initial goal, we stretched our goal all the time and we are really powerful people. Isn't that great? That you come out and say, Because imagine you're going for something, you would go for 250 initially and you make it to 245. You were creating something, you were absolutely awesome, but your initial goal was 250 and you arrived at 245. You will be maybe totally sad that, oh, I didn't achieve my goals. You still did an outstanding job and you learned so many things, but you could be left in the feeling, I just didn't achieve my goal. So it's goal setting, the objective setting is really important, and it's really if you're confident, oh, I'm used to this and in an area, hey, that's great, but really when you go, you always can ramp up. And that's one of the advices. When you set up your project, set your goals. They should be somewhere measurable, but you can say, hey, I start with something reasonable where I really believe, oh, I'm really believing it's possible. And when you see you're going and you get the training and the coachings and so on, and then ramp it up. Ramp it up is better than scaling down. And, because it's just about how your feeling is, how you feel in the whole process, Don't do something where you just, oh, I'm not too lazy, I'm not being too lazy, don't want to understate, but make it reasonable beginning, learn, wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow the channel.